And the beat goes on. And the beat goes on. What is going on, guys? RC Paulo Will, what's going on, buddy?
Not much, man. What's going on, everybody? What's going on,
got Jeremy.
What's going on, Jeremy?
Got Jeremy Stolt over there. What is new with you guys?
Man, another week. Another weekend of flying. That's what it was. Hopefully that's what it'll be.
Let me kill this music real quick. There we go.
We go.
Man, we're in here.
Ads on the YouTube.
You're seeing ads? Man, the channel's getting too popular, dude. When you start seeing a bunch of ads, that lets you know YouTube is like, oh, people are watching this. We need to start.
Let's throw some ads in here. Let's get some
we need to throw some ads in there so we can start, messing with these guys. And that's literally what they do.
That's literally what they do.
Mess with us and mess with us and mess with us. Guys, what is going on? Happy Thursday. You made it to another show. I tell you what, we got RC Paulo Will here. We got Jeremy Stolt. Jeremy, how come I can't see the top of your head?
Because it's above me.
Oh. I was like, is it the camera? Or okay, I thought it was me.
No, I'm
look, I'm over here doing this. Like, why?
I'm trying to get the live chat to work in the background.
That's funny as can be, man. I was literally like, why can't I see him? And then my own camera is like sliding up and down myself, man. It's just one of those days,
I'm having camera slide issues over there.
I know. But guys, what's going on? Good to have you in the mix. Look, Mountain RC was the first one in the channel, followed by Daniel Stetschekal. If I didn't say it right, I was pretty close. But he was second in the room, man, just patiently waiting. So big salute to you guys for sliding in there. And guys, don't forget to also check out Mountain RC, his channel right there. Good content, always flowing and always going, man. So I tell you what, we got let's do a quick roll call, man. We've got Mountain RC in here. We've got Daniel in here. We've got Victor RC Jets. What's going on, Victor? Good to see you, buddy. Iron Mover, you're probably the most reliable dude in this channel that I've seen consistently.
Man,
and along with Josh Bunn. What's going on, Josh Bunn? How you doing, man? Josh, hopefully I'll see you at your RDRC swap meet. Lionel Randall, what's going on? Man, we're just rolling on through. Craig Bevan. These guys are these are almost OG status guys because they've been in here that long. Eddie K's RC, same deal. Pops 305, same deal. Man, we just got a bunch of good ones. Keith Dunn in the house as always. Always a big salute to Keith Dunn right there. Boom. What'd you say, Will?
I say they've been around since I've been watching.
I know, that's what I'm saying, man. I mean, we have some very loyal viewers here, man, and it's just only gonna get better. Only gonna get better. Dan Zimmerman, what's going on? He says, good evening all. He says, finally got to fly last night. 7 total flights. I'd say 7 flights is a good night, wouldn't you?
7 flights is a really good night. Good night, good day. Shoot.
Yeah, Jeremy, how many, when you go out to the airfield, how many flights do you normally get in?
Ooh.
What would you consider?
Okay, that all depends on what I'm doing.
Yeah, but what's your average? Like, you go out there and you're like if I go out to the field and I get a good 4 or 5 flights in, man, that's a solid day.
Yeah.
That's a solid day.
I'm usually more than that. I'm on a good day, like on a most day.
Yeah.
I mean, I could probably get like 20 or so in.
You say 20?
Mm-hmm.
Those are flights, buddy.
Man.
on a day of just not giving a crap, I'll probably fly about 10 regular.
Man.
And then if I'm out there, going out there to be me and do what I want to do, but then everybody wants help.
Yeah.
Maybe one or 2.
So you're that guy. You're that guy. I got you. Yep.
And that's like a 14-hour day. So
Understood.
And I'm not complaining. Please, I'm not complaining, but there's some days where you just want to be like, time out.
Yeah.
My day. You do you.
Yeah. Will, what about you, man? How many flights is a good day for yourself?
If I could get about 5 flights in, I'm good. I get about 5. But I know this weekend we killed it. This weekend, gone.
This weekend we went nuts.
Burned all my batteries and yours.
I'm looking into the comments here. Red Alert RC says 4 to 7 flights for me on a turbine. I would agree. 4 to 7 flights on a turbine, dude. You about cooked about a good almost 5 gallons of fuel.
Man, yeah, that's an expensive
day.
Too.
Almost 4. I say anywhere from 3 to 4.
And that depends on your jet.
That's right.
Because that 1/5 pilot F-16 I've got, that is 1.5 gallons of fuel.
Are you kidding me?
Every flight.
Really?
Are you serious?
Oh yeah.
A lot of fuel.
1.5 gallons. That is man. So then let me ask you, how many gallons do you normally come out there with then?
I usually fill up about 25 gallons and keep it in the trailer.
I'm gonna say you gotta be carrying more than 10.
At least.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna finish the roll call real quick. We got Dan Zimmerman. We've got let's see here, Slow Fire 85, Louis Motorsports. Man, we got them all in here. P51 fan, what's going on? Ronnie, how are you doing, man? He says, where's that Yak 130?
Carrie, the owner of Banana Hobby, she is all watching too.
Yeah, and look, we're gonna talk about Carrie, guys, because I got some really good. I actually talked to her on the phone, FaceTime with her, and I can't wait to talk about that. So stay tuned, because that's going to be a nice little high point in this, because you want to talk about, I'm going to tell you, you want to talk about a very nice lady that is like genuinely good for the hobby. Like completely what I thought she was is completely out of the, like what she is clearly not. She's like this very nice, petite, like, nice looking lady. I mean, you would never guess, but she is like a proponent for the hobby. Would you not agree, Jeremy?
Absolutely.
And I'm going to tell you why I say that.
The leaps and bounds she goes on her side of trying to help make sure everything has a smooth transition and everybody has a good experience.
And I'm going to tell you guys why. You'll know why here, but you got to wait for that segment, because that's a part of the show that I think it's going to change. It's going to make you further like really believe in Banana Hobby above and beyond all these other guys out here too. So stay tuned for that. But let me push on through. Let's see here. She's probably smiling right now if she's watching, because she was just this very nice, giggly, very nice, well-spoken lady, man. I was all
She's
smiles.
Like, you're putting me on the spot. You're fired.
I know, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You probably get that side. I don't get that side. I like this side. I'll stay on this side. But yeah, Lionel Randall, Jay Custer. Let's see. Man, we got them all up in here, man. Just turn one. What's going on? He says, if I'm lucky, 6 flights. If he's lucky, he's got 6 flights. Our field is so busy on a nice day. I get it. Yeah. And man, so there we go. So guys, we did it.
I think he's saying a 4-liter tank on a 16.
Yeah, that's a 1/6 size.
4 liters, dude. Yeah. That's a lot of fuel.
And you know what? let's go ahead and dive into it. That's a perfect segue into what we're what we're getting ready to talk about. So let's go ahead and talk about that F-16, because guys, that is that the pilot RC?
The video I sent you, that's the 1/5 pilot.
There it is. Yep, guys, we got a new video Jeremy sent me, just hot off the press, actually, and it's pretty cool. This is I'm going to show you the video of the F-15. The F-16 fighting Falcon. Jeremy's been having some total fun with it, and let me show you just a little video drop right there, so you guys can see what this thing is capable of in capable hands. Here we go. Check that out. Is that not cool? Yeah. I love that. Yeah. That is amazing. Jeremy, you have to unmute yourself, man. Look at this guy.
Yeah. That's nice.
Is that not cool?
That's super cool.
One more time. That just shows you. This is a big, massive turbine jet. One more time. Josh Bond, I expect you to do this, man. I expect to see you in an airplane like that, Josh.
Can you hear me?
Man, that is awesome. I'd say that's Jeremy called it a corkscrew with the smoke. You know, it looks like it
Right
corkscrews into a flat
spin.
spin. Look at that.
Right into a flat spin.
Yeah.
That's
How
nice.
cool is that? I'm a fan.
Hey Bobby, you let me do a flat spin with a turbine?
Yeah, man.
22
Yeah. Of course I will. Man.
Thing's
Dude,
awesome.
how awesome is that? How cool is that?
That's real cool, dude.
Jeremy, how did you
bro.
how was that airplane like when it was when you were doing all that right there? Let me jump into the comments. You guys got questions, fire away.
That airplane with vectoring is it's solid. Does what it does. You tell it full bank and cram the throttle one direction and maintain your ailerons for your level. It's amazing.
Josh Bunn says, I have a jet that holds 7 liters.
Oh, shoot, man.
Josh, what kind of airplane is that? I am curious to see what.
That's got to be made by Boeing.
I mean, honestly, yeah, it's a Boeing airplane, right? Good gosh, man.
2 gallons out there. Anybody?
He says it's his FC1.
It's the it's that one that Tyler Perry has, that big 777.
Well, funny you say that because we're going to talk about that too. I got that one all keyed up and everything. Yeah, man. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken,
he was nervous flying that thing.
Let me take a look real quick here. I'm going to share the screen. And I believe this is the FC7 that he's talking about right here. This is it.
Yep.
The one that takes 7 liters.
Yeah, so we have that airplane also.
Oh, y'all carry this one as well? The pilot? That's right. Y'all carry y'all carry pretty much everything.
We carry all the pilot aircraft. So if you want an FC1, I believe we have them in stock.
Wow. So yeah, that's right.
Very maneuverable airplane.
It looks like an F-16 kinda.
Yeah, a little bit of F-16, a little bit of.
It's got bigger wings.
I don't know. It's a mix. You know, it's a sport jet.
Yeah, it's a sport jet. It's made to do it all.
It's designed to be an acro airplane. It's crazy,
man.
Yeah, the wings are more like a Dorito shape.
Look at that. Who would have thought something like this would be chugging on like 7 liters?
Man, the pilot team, they are absolutely superb flyers. Look at this stuff. They are amazing. I mean, I will never be like that, guys. Again, I try to be the average, same as you type of pilot.
Man.
That's it. Just to show you what the plane's capable of an average, same as you guys, just a good old boy pilot. That's all I try to be.
And I know, 3D in a prop plane is cool, but 3D in a turbine jet, I mean, like, gosh, man.
That's a whole nother ballgame.
That's what I told some of the guys at my field that do 3D with their big gasser airplanes, and I go up and I start doing all the stunts with this F-16, and I'm like, look, I can do 3D without a propeller.
I mean, yeah, exactly. I mean, like, that to me is super impressive. Like, super impressive, man. I mean, gosh, I'm gonna pull up that video that he just sent so I can take a look at it real quick. I want to see what old Josh Bunn's doing over there on them sticks. Oh yeah, we got video footage of it right here. We're gonna pull that up real quick so we can see this pilot FC1. And Josh Bunn is a local guy, man. We gotta have him on the show, man. Top RC Voyager holds 7 liters.
Yeah, that FC1, it has some really cool elevators or horizontals on there because they actually go back onto the actual fuselage a little bit.
Check that out. There it is right here. This is I'm on the FC1. Oh wow.
That's crazy.
Did you just see it cartwheel? Come on, man.
It flipped within its own fuselage, man. That's crazy.
Like, look at that. It's interesting that the thrust in the wing rock, how soft it is, though. Look at that.
Yeah, see, I'm new to vector, so I've done vector on a lot of older airplanes like the old three-wing Su-35 and some of the old LX stuff. So I don't really consider myself a vector like
right
pro or anything like that.
so you're dabbling, you're having fun.
Yeah, I'm experiencing it all as a beginner. I don't have any of the thrust vectoring on gyros like a lot of people do.
And
So
then
when I
look,
go up there, I'm just all sticks having fun, but we'll see where we get with it, and having more fun. But
and then while he's
start
having
somewhere,
7
right?
liters in there, he goes ahead and pops the smoke. He's got a smoke tank in the thing. Jeez.
Bobby said he goes ahead and pop smoke.
Yeah, he just pops smoke. Look at him. Get it, Josh. Man.
Oh, smoke is fun.
Smoke is so different in a turbine airplane, man. It's so much fun.
I want smoke in mine, man.
I know.
I got a good smoke system.
The smoke system is amazing. It's just something different.
Yeah, see, and that Pilot F-16 I've got a 300 sweet one in there. So it's a big motor. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big monster. And then let's see how these big monsters land right here. Let's see. Can he score the perfect landing? Obviously, he can.
Lands better.
He's been flying turbine jets before I was probably knowing what an RC airplane was. He's not that old. Look at this. Look at those flaps. Look how it slows down. Wow. Jeez. Some of the RC action right there, boys and girls. That's a nice sized bird. Man, that's a nice sized bird.
Bigger
look,
flies better.
There he is.
That's
There's Josh right there. He's like, come on home, baby. You did good. I got you back down. I got you back home. You're good to go.
Yeah, nice flying.
Man, the myth, the legend right there. Boom.
Nice.
Dude, that's awesome. That's awesome. But so that I tell you, man, that is that's pretty cool. It's a whole new different respect for 3D when you're in the turbine airplanes for sure. Let's see. Turn one says too much money for me to try hovering. Can you spell crash? In the right hand. Hey, that's why you got to be like 10 mistakes high, dude. You got to say 10 mistakes high. Let's see here. Man, oh man.
I mean, the size of that thing, you can afford to go up high and still see it.
Yeah. I'm telling you. But dude, that's pretty cool. But that was some good video on that F-16 fighting.
I did a video of on board with the GoPro on there, just kind of getting a feel for how far this airplane goes.
Yeah.
I was shocked at the distances that you get pretty quick.
Man.
It's awesome,
I could imagine. I could definitely imagine. You could probably go with the radios. I think the IX-14 is good for like 2.5 miles, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But that's like, I'm not sure. Like, it's relative to what the signals are, where you're at, if you're in the middle of nowhere or in the desert. You know, I'm sure you probably can go a little bit further out. But moving right along, though, will the 20% tariffs hurt the RC hobby?
Yes.
Absolutely. They already are. They're taking effect. Is it going to stop us from buying? No. But it will
delay us a little, but we're going to still be fine.
Yeah, we're still going to be fine. But yeah, I'm telling you, it's very interesting too, because one thing that I've talked to a couple of people, I guess, in the industry, and they're all starting to feel the effects. And some of them are passing it directly on to the consumer. And then you have some people like Banana Hobby, I'm not kidding, that are actually trying to not pass it on to us people out here. And they're soaking up some of the costs. Basically, it's eating some of their profit, man. Is that not right, Jeremy?
Pretty much. That's
yeah.
What's going on.
So your good ones.
We're doing what we can to try not stick you guys all with everything.
That's impressive.
It's gonna be tough, but we're gonna do what we can.
Do it while as long as you can too, and that just kind of shows you like the character of people in the channel, and it's just crazy because it shows you the character of Banana Hobby as well, because I'm telling you, she actually really does care, and it'd be very easy for somebody to just pass it on to us, but she actually legitly cares directly. And when she told me that, she's trying not to pass that on to us, I was like, man, that's different, because in any other business, like anything else, you're going to pass it on to the consumer.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just kind of standard operating procedure. So
We're just hoping that it doesn't stay long. You know what I mean?
I am too.
You know, with how long it takes to get containers. So like we'll get one this month, a couple months later or whatnot. Hopefully we can go maybe a time frame where we have it, and then hopefully we can get out of it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it doesn't affect everything that much. But
yeah, Will, what do you think about that, man? What do you think about the impact? Would it stop somebody? Like, would it stop you? I mean, what do you think about it?
No, it's not gonna stop me. I'm actually thinking about. I'm on the same page as Red Alert RC over here. I'm thinking about selling all my EDFs and buying another turret.
I'm telling you, man. I mean,
But no, it's not gonna stop me. And I don't think this tariffs is gonna be around forever. It's not a permanent thing. It's
yeah,
just a
for
thing that's
sure.
happening now, and it'll all phase out like everything else does. It all
I would
phases out.
agree.
Or either that or we'll adapt, one or the other.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna adapt. That's what we've been doing.
I'm hoping we can get rid of these tariffs, with some of the stuff that we're finding, and offset. There's no way that this can last.
Yeah.
It's not all aspect.
Yeah, and I think it's
lumped
designed
into
that
the
way,
whole
too.
electronics thing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's designed that way.
missed on the last tariffs throughout the hobby. We didn't have to increase anything really on that, but this time they incorporated us under electronics and they got us.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see. Afterburner RC says Banana Hobby is keeping me busy working on F-22 Turbine with the KO2. That's a good choice, by the way. And recently arrived Jet Ruler F-16 will use Zykoy X95 on order. These turbines are addicting. You dang right they are, man. And I got that guy down there. He's already caught the vapors. He already caught the vapors. Done.
My thought process on why I feel that turbines are more addicting than EDFs, or more, I think, in my opinion, better for me, is I'm just so tired of fighting batteries. Batteries that gotta push, batteries that go dead, a cell that falls, making sure I don't have them fully charged when I store them. Winter's here, hot summer. I mean, I'm tired of dealing with that, and with turbines, I get 2 flight packs in there. I get a battery pack for my motors, and they don't even need to be above a 25 C rating. That is heaven.
Right. Yeah, I agree. I think once
6
you
or so
fully
flights on batteries,
yeah,
I mean, come on, that's awesome.
I think once you fully commit to like your EDFs and you start getting to like the 105s, and the bigger stuff, the 110s, you get to a point where you're like, okay, price point, you're only a couple $100 away from a turbine jet airplane, and then like you have to really pick: do I want to go turbine, or do I want to stay with the EDFs and buy more lipos, or do I, go get more jet fuel? So you get to a point to where you have to make that decision, and clearly
I was putting at least $1,000 annually on batteries just to make sure that I always had fresh batteries while the other ones started degrading out,
Yeah.
I mean, it was a huge cost too, but I think that there's a lot of people out there that don't realize how much they're paying in batteries.
That's the thing. You have to think about it. You're roughly paying almost about, let's just go ahead and say, anywhere from $80 to $100 per 6S lipo.
Most people are more than that. They're like,
that's what I'm saying. And I'm being very, nice about that, because one thing we learned, me and Will learned too, is when you start getting into these 105s and the bigger stuff, even the 90 millimeters and the 80 millimeters, having good, solid, high performance lipos make your airplane completely, different than having like a generic low grade, lipo, like a Sokokin. I'm gonna make some people mad, but I'm just saying, like some Yaewoos or something like that, or Sokokin.
Yeah.
Even the HRBs. I love HRBs. They were good up until Tim ruined me on SMCs. So, he turned me on to the SMCs, and now, we flew Will's F-22 on the SMCs, and it was a completely different airplane. So, Tim, I blame you for this SMC addiction.
Well, hey, I wasn't going to come on tonight, but then I heard Will say something about selling all his EDFs, and I immediately got on here. I was going to take a break, but I had to join tonight because I just had to come out and say it. Will, told you so.
Yeah, see, there it is.
And then he's gonna go boop, gone.
And there he's gone, just like that.
I said what I need to say. I'll see y'all on the bed.
Man, I tell you what, these guys, man.
That's hilarious.
But it's true though, man. It really is. It's just interesting, and that's the cool part about the hobby is like you've got people, that push you, and you hear them, and you don't believe the hearsay about the lipos and SMCs. I heard for years about SMCs, and then finally got my hands on them, and now even Will's like, yeah, the airplane, acts differently on them. So.
Yeah. It definitely does. But I gotta say though, man, the thing that's getting me with turbines is that power and that speed. And man, the way those things just go vertical. Like Bobby had me on a buddy box this weekend gone, and he was like, I want you to go full throttle. I'm like, go full throttle.
Yeah, man.
Go full throttle. I was like, oh crap. I came down the line, full throttle. And I kid you not, I was just like, man, I gotta get further ahead of this thing because I'm thinking like EDFs, and I'm like, I'm too slow for it. So I had to get ahead of. He was like, stay in the power, go around another time. I was like, and then he was like, come through here, and when you get about right there in the field, go vertical. When I went vertical, I fell in love with it. I was just like, yo,
it's amazing. Isn't it amazing? It's just crazy.
A lot of real estate real quick, and that's
quick.
That's the difference you got to get used to. You come in at full throttle and you turn it sideways and hit the elevators to turn it, and the next thing you know, and you're going, where did it go?
Exactly.
I think it's time to show that onboard footage of the jet.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Jeez, man, I tell you.
Proof.
Yeah,
but,
it's crazy.
But no, don't get me wrong. I still love my EDFs. Like Bobby said, you just gotta have some good packs for them. And like we did with the F-22, we threw those SMCs in there, and man, it's night and day difference.
What's going on, Brian Bodie? By the way, I was going to jump in there. I hadn't talked to him in a long time, man. I hadn't seen you in a while. Good to have you back into the mix. And he's like one of our beginning guys too, as well, man. He was on the channel way back in the day. So
hey, let's go back to the tariffs. I want to ask Jeremy a question. With the tariffs, last time we had the tariffs, what was it, 20, whatever it was, I don't remember, 4, 5, 6 years ago.
20, yeah,
5 years ago. A lot of the manufacturers increased their prices, obviously, or distributors, I should say. But then when the tariffs went away, the pricing didn't go down. They all remain.
That's
well,
because it was more of an inflation increase, I think, than a tariff.
Well, they did a 10% back in 2020. So, I mean, it was a 10% increase. But the problem is I can only think of one one distributor, I should say, that actually lowered their prices after the tariffs disappeared.
Who was that?
Motion.
Oh, that's right. They did lower them. They sure did. They actually came back and they lowered them. They did do that. You're right.
Yeah. They lowered their prices because of something about they were their shipping was cheaper or something like that. So
whatever the reason is.
Well, yeah, it was container costs. Container costs is what went up. It wasn't.
That's right.
Well, there was tariffs, and there was also, because I'm in the granite countertop business and import it all the time. So we had the increases in the tariffs coming out, and then
we didn't get hit with it in the RC world. It was not a tariff. We didn't get hit
with
that. Yeah, we got hit this time, not last time. Last time it was container costs.
Yeah, I remember container cost.
And so their container cost may be cheaper. You know what I mean? We didn't have to really increase ours, so we didn't change.
Well, that's great. I heard you say that, and that's great that you guys are holding out as long as y'all can, because a lot of companies, they got inventory sitting there, but yet they've increased the price.
Yep, directly from Kerry. It was only for some commodities. The tariff last time did not hit the RC community.
Wow.
So it was container costs, because if you remember, the containers and all of the freight or the offloading docks were stopped.
I remember.
and container, so then everything was just sitting in containers. So then it was like,
yeah. I remember because I was waiting on
there wasn't any
containers coming
container
from overseas with
availability.
granite.
And so then they were able to rack up the price on them, So
Right.
it was all containers at the time. That was the cost increases on there. So I don't know how, but we didn't seem to have to increase anything. So
I can tell you who's definitely passing on the cost. Spectrum is definitely passing on the cost. They went up, what, 4 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
like a month ago, Spectrum went up.
I didn't know that. Huh.
Yeah,
Well,
they went up.
I heard rumor that there's a company out there that's like sharing cost of a containers. I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like when you order, it's like you pay for a share of the container for your shipping.
Yeah, how's that even work?
I don't know. I was like, is that true? Is that something that you guys may have heard?
It's like a timeshare
for sure, but
it's like a timeshare.
It's kind of odd.
It is.
It's
a timeshare of cargo boxes, I guess. That's crazy. Now, by the way, let's talk about this. By the way, we've got RC Pilot Will. So we went out there to the airfield, guys, and we took up his his AF models F-22 Raptor. And just like RC Pilot Will, man, he went and started modding up his brand new F-22 and started chopping it up and drilling holes in it and modifying it. Man, he did stuff to that airplane that no man should do. No, I'm just kidding. He actually, well, I tell you what, Will,
you put a Starscream sticker on it. What?
Yeah,
a Starscream sticker.
Yeah, Will, I'll go ahead and let you tell the good folks exactly what you did, man, because it's pretty neat. You guys that are out there that are big into the AF F-22 with some of the mods. These mods are cool, and me and Will actually saw firsthand, the changes. So what you got, Will?
Lights in it.
Well,
you did.
Yeah, first thing first, you probably noticed is that
I'm just guessing.
I put a what is it? 5280 afterburners in it.
Yeah.
They don't quite fit behind the motor, so the afterburners are right behind the exhaust. So the exhaust actually catches the light really good. So that's how I got the afterburners installed. So they're behind the EDF, but outside of the airflow and on the sides of it. So that's where I got the 5280 burners at. I also went from the closed duct system to an open system and installed the inlet ring on the jet fan 110, and basically sat there and popped me 2 symmetrical holes right in the very top of it. And man, I'm telling you, it was a big difference in how much thrust was coming out.
Yeah. Check this out right here. I got a quick video, a little quick snapshot video right there, so we can show you guys.
Yeah, Bobby's going to give you guys the sneaky peek here.
Yeah, man, just a little sample, little taste of the resistance. So let's take a look right here. RC Pilot Will, and there he is. Let's check it out. What do you got right there? Oh. So you see right here, can you guys see what's already changed on the airplane?
2 holes in the top.
Yep, right there. Okay. All right. Wait, what? I bet Jeremy's like, oh my God, why'd you do that?
No, actually, I do have a comment, but you got to wait for it.
All right.
The AF model.
Check this thing out, man.
F-22.
So we got it.
5280 burner in there.
Oh, you got a burner back there. Check that out.
Probably won't be able to see it too well.
So we'll get it on up here. There it is. We're not going to try to show everything on this.
This is growth.
Yeah.
Take off flaps.
Now watch how quick this thing just starts to rotate. It actually does a really good job.
And this is on HRBs.
That's a million.
On HRBs, what, 6,000s?
You got it.
6,000.
Yeah. So these are your average run-of-the-mill, middle grade, lipos.
Throttle it up.
Full throttle. Man, it even looks faster on the ground. Well,
that's what the HRBs in it.
Definitely look different, man. Yeah, it did really good. Massive difference, huh?
Oh yeah.
Did really good coming off that ground, man. I was
it
impressed.
Sure did. And then it moves out pretty nice too.
You're just cruising.
Yeah, that thing's grinding, man.
Punch it.
It moves a little quicker. It has a better.
And it seems like it's just locked in.
Oh yeah.
Knocking the system is just for the mods I did,
Nice.
with changing out the EDF.
Flying this on
It works
mine.
better for the EDF that I put in
My
there.
custom rig.
Yeah, it really does. It really does.
Which is still
And then we'll just show a quick snippet right there. Can't show you all everything. There you have it. And we got people in. Guess we.
I think it would have been going a lot faster.
This is coming on in,
had I
and
been pushing it the
that
other
thing
way.
lands really good. Jeremy, you're 110% right with that bird being such a stable, a really good platform.
Stable lander. Yeah, man. It's
It's
There you have
absolutely
it,
solid
yeah.
all the time. Again, if you set it up right.
Yeah,
yeah.
it definitely was set up right. I gotta say, I was pretty impressed with it because it seemed to last a good long time.
All right, so
Yeah.
here's my combo. You ready?
I'm ready.
Oh, here we go.
You ready?
Let me
guess.
pull my tops up because
No, that's cool. If it works for you, it works for you. Now, I mean, you got a bigger motor in there. I mean, that's stuff that we couldn't test. You know what I mean? Because we don't have that motor. The other thing is during our initial design work, we were going to be trying to do some spring-loaded intakes on top, but we also were trying to do some stuff on the bottom. And we worried that, so for the grass guys, we were trying to prevent the grass from getting sucked up in there. So we didn't do that because of that. So
And that's why I stuck with the top.
Yeah,
and so that's
Grass.
I mean, the vents that we had on there, it as tester, it didn't look great, and it worked, but the through and through having the clean air straight through was better for the 105. So
right.
And then that's what I also did say when that video does release. I did state that if you're going with a plug and play, don't touch anything, because
Yeah.
the plug and play is set up and designed to work like that. But if you're going to go with Arc Pro, which Arc Pros are designed for you to put your own power system in and set it how you want to, for the guys like myself who like to modify stuff, Arc Pro is the better way to go for those type of people. So, you know,
and when you get a shot wheel, once this jet comes to play,
Man, look at that.
you're gonna
I
want
know,
to
right?
you're gonna want to get a couple of these for the top.
For sure. That's awesome. You said
yeah,
you're gonna wanna get a couple of those.
I'm definitely wanting to close that actual
Yeah.
hole
Yeah, that's funny.
so that it has a better look. But I
So
thought I
those,
had
those will work great because they actually have the shape for you. So
Yeah.
I thought I
That's
had
funny.
some cheater vents that I could have put in there, but after I started cutting, I realized I didn't have those cheater vents that I was looking for. They were actually great, but I was like, oh crap. So I was like, well, I guess I just got 2 open holes now.
well, and like I said, you could probably get away with putting some of those in there, depending on
Yep.
if you went too big or not. But on another note, though, if you look at the top of your Raptor, there are actually the actual louvers that they actually have on the real jet. We were actually going to put them right there, and they were going to be louvers that matched that. So
Man.
Nice.
You know
I'm
what I
looking
thought
in-
Jeremy was really going to say?
Yeah,
If you would have bought the turbine version, you wouldn't have had to cut holes in it.
that is exactly.
I was waiting for it, and I was
Hey,
like,
what had happened was
there was going to be more later. I just didn't want to burn them at the beginning.
Hey, that's a true statement. That's a true
Right?
statement.
No,
And I would've got the
Hilarious.
turbine.
like I said, you have the bigger motor in there, and so you have a little bit different airflow, different ergonomics that you have to have throughout there. It's all a different airplane. For instance, I've had several airplanes where I put souped up motors in, and I cannot get enough air in those intakes, even with the cheaters, to get enough output out there to make a difference.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
And so that might be what you're reaching. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, because I mean there is such thing as putting too big of a fan in a model. Because I've heard some people talk about putting bigger fans in like what was it? I think it was the one.
the Freewing F-18, you put a bigger motor in there and you get nothing.
Yeah, you get
Yeah.
no change. Yeah, you
Yeah.
get no change. It's just you just wasted money and now you're starving the EDF because it can't get enough airflow. So
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like I said, we've tried several things. The manufacturer tries all kinds of options. They ask us what we want to do. And the best option for the Raptor for the 105 was that through and through.
Yeah.
So that's why it went. So.
That's it, man. That's it. Hey, so we're gonna jump into the comments over here and just make sure. Let's see here. I'm just jumping through here.
What's the Russian plane in the background?
Oh, they're talking about this little buddy right here.
Yeah.
This airplane right here, guys, is
that a yak or is that a?
I don't know. What do you guys think? What exactly is this? Check this out. This thing is
Yakety
all
yak. Don't talk.
Yeah,
back.
Man. You're looking
I
at
would
a.
say that. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, this is the Hobby King, the HK Steadfast Yak 11. And I'll be doing a flight review on this bad thing. Man, this thing's awesome. It's got really nice lights. It's got really nice shocks, good retracts on there. The retracts are amazing, by the way. It's got split flaps down there on the bottom. Well, it's got flaps, not about the split, but it's got really good, retracts on there. I got my phone over here. There we go. And you can kind of see them going in and going out, man. Very easy, very smooth, no big deal, no issues whatsoever. But this is a nice looking bird, man. You can see the flaps and everything. Nice and flush and everything. And it is a complete monster, man. This thing is absolutely quick. It was made to be fast. And this is the Steadfast, the single-seater race plane that Banana Hobby has. I think they're retailing around like the 300.
Hobby King.
Yeah, I said Hobby King. That's right. Yeah. I think they're retailing around like 330 or something like that. But really nice bird. Yeah, you caught that too. But yeah, won't be making that mistake anymore. But yeah, it's a really nice bird. And dude, it's got a heck of a prop on there too. I'll spool it up. You shouldn't do this, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
You're gonna knock planes down. Watch this, guys.
Just tons of power, guys. Just tons of power.
You guys remember when I about lost the J20?
Oh yeah.
You're gonna do the same thing.
I do. I can definitely relate. But this is a very nice looking bird. Can't wait to fly it. Can't wait to get it up in the air and see exactly how it flies. There's another guy, Alex, that I've seen. He flew his, and the thing just makes a crazy sound as it's going by. I think it's like 100 plus mile an hour prop plane. So
yeah. If you guys don't know who Alex is from the Fuquay Flyers. So.
He is.
That's
also too over here. I've got a Avios. It's their twin otter over there. You can't see it, of course, but I got that right there.
It's not a plane, Bobby.
Yeah, that's an airplane. Yeah, that's a very nice airplane. And also, we've got another otter back there. That is the X-Fly, brought to you by Banana Hobby. That yellow, blue right there, man. That thing's amazing. It's a very good looking bird. So,
hey, Jeremy, Bobby's gonna have an email waiting on him tomorrow from Hobby King to call it
I know, right? They're gonna be like, "What'd you call us again?" Like,
you are no longer.
Yeah. They're gonna be like rejected.
No, we have no problem with them.
No, man. But hey, I do want to say, Keith Dunn, thank you so much, man, for the $9.99 super sticker, dude. He comes through every week, man. And I gotta say,
No River had a thing
really
on there.
appreciate
you
that.
show the J20 cheaters. Yeah, I did.
So
show them again.
I want that plane. Send me one, man. I'll buy it.
Let's see here.
Send me one, I'll buy it.
There's the cheaters.
Yeah, what does that mean? What does that mean? Oh, yeah, that's nice.
That's cool.
That's very nice.
Yeah, those cheaters are nice.
Let's see. Omaha says you haven't learned about that HRB, huh? Man, we have had nothing but good success with HRBs. I've never had any bad success. I've been flying HRBs for like three months straight. And I mean, we were beating them up pretty good too.
He jumped in on my Facebook feed, I think it was, or either it was my YouTube, one or the other, about the HRB battery with my Viper jet. Because remember, my Viper jet messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he jumped in and he said, "Man, you better leave them HRVs alone."
Hey, I know he did say that. I heard him. I was like, "Easy, man, easy." Hey, but look, Omaha Air Defense, he'll hold you accountable, man. He definitely will. Hey, look, he says, so you had to cut through the system, dude. Come on, man. He's like, you didn't have to do that. So pretty cool to see. But that's one thing about the hobby is it's just neat to see other people do things, but the most cool thing was to see how effective that extra cutting those holes in there, giving it some more air to work with, was pretty neat to see. So very, very cool. Very, very cool. So let's take a look right here. Let's see. Lando says that prop on that yak makes a wicked sound. It does indeed.
It does. It screams, man.
Oh,
If it's
man.
like a Reno racer, it screams and it echoes in the background like crazy.
Eddie K says, so who will be the first to make the new 6th gen fighter, the F-47? Have you guys seen the F-47?
I have not seen it.
We've only seen an artist rendition that doesn't show anything really.
Yeah, we've never actually seen the physical airplane.
People,
Like, we never really
been
seen
doing the one from Top Gun Maverick, the whatever it is.
C-57.
No, what is it called? Dark Star.
Oh, the Dark Star.
People have been doing now 3D print and stuff like that, and I haven't really seen great success in that type of an airframe. So I don't think that we're looking at it, but who knows?
Yeah.
Well, we need ramjets. They don't have ramjets yet for RC.
And there's not enough information on it to make anything.
And this is what Jeremy's talking about right here. This is the F-47, guys. That this is pretty much the only really pictures you get of it. You know, that you actually can see.
If you look in the either the National Museum,
there it is, right there.
There is some. There's something that Boeing made a long time ago that looks very similar to their thing.
Yeah.
It may have been out in front of us this whole entire time.
Yeah, 6 years. They said the airplane, and it's been flying for 6 years, is what they said too. So kind of neat to see that.
I think a Y-23 would be cool, or F-23.
The Black Widow would be awesome. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Mixed with an F-22, mixed with a front
nose. Have you ever seen a Y-23?
This is.
Have you ever seen a Y-23? It's pretty good.
LX used to have a YF-23.
They sure did.
And it actually flew awesome. That was one of their great airplanes.
Really?
Great. Yeah. If you can get your hands on one of those, it flies really good. And it actually has this weird brake system that works awesome.
Huh.
Yeah, the YF-23.
Jeremy, get us a Y-23.
For sure.
Good.
The Dark Star. That's what it was, the Dark Star.
Do you know how many planes we have in line right now?
No. How many?
No. Go ahead and let the cat out of the bag. Go ahead.
Yeah, Jeremy.
We got J-20s.
Yeah. Let's just let the people know there are quite a few airplanes in line to be produced.
We got stuff in the pipes.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, a YF-23 would be way cool.
Hey, by the way, while we're talking about things in pipes,
there you go. It's in the Dayton Museum. Yep, there you go.
I heard a rumor that there might be a new free wing airplane coming to market. A version 2. Yeah, A10 might be coming out.
Yeah, it's coming.
It's coming. Well, the current one didn't have end runners, so there's going to be some additions to it, I assume. But yeah, they've got a V2 model of it.
Specifics other than I know it's going to get a new power system.
There you go.
But why? It was already good.
They need to stick balsa in that nose because that plastic that they got in the front.
Yeah.
100%.
Not even balsa. They need to put carbon fiber in that thing. Something.
Yeah, because I mean the batteries are sitting right on it.
Yep.
Which I can't. The one thing that they haven't done is a version 2 F-14, which blows my mind. That thing's like 8 or 9 years old now, and it's still.
It needs it. The F-14 needs it.
The F-14, the F-15.
Yes, forget the F-14. The F-15 needs it. Like it needs that needs to be a twin 70.
I just sold my F-15 to a guy, and I probably only had 8 flights on it ever.
Yeah.
You know where my F-15's at right now? My F-15 is hanging in my son's wall. He hung it on his wall.
Because it was
like, man, this thing just does not have the thrust power that it needs.
Makes a cool howl, but that's about it.
Yeah, it's got cool.
Jeremy, you're muted.
Hey, Jeremy, you're muted.
You're muted, Jeremy. We can't hear you.
You got to unmute yourself.
We see your expressions, but we can't tell what you're saying.
Yeah.
How the heck did that just mute?
He looked so angry. So angry.
That was a lot of anger. No, what I was saying
it's like Adolf Hitler when he lost the war.
what I was saying is the F-15, that 90 mil F-15, that is a perfect example of being able to put all kinds of gobs of power behind it.
Yeah.
And it goes nowhere.
It goes nowhere.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, myself and Jeff, we even upgraded the fan in it to the Viper. At the time, the Viper 90 was the most powerful, 90 millimeter fan. And all it did was give us like a little bit of thrust to rotate off of grass. It was horrible. It wasn't, it wasn't a lot.
I put a souped up system in it, and all it did was give me more climb. I didn't get any more speed out of it. It was
weird. Flyer. Solid.
2.5 minutes.
Like that's it.
2.5 minutes. Oh.
2.5 minutes of flight after that. Yeah.
On the mark of 3 minutes, your wheels better be on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
that's an airplane that needs a refresh. That's for sure.
With the A10, maybe they're going to get a better power system, better ESC, get longer flight times out of that. Because some of their jets, I've seen guys flying with mixed throttle, getting 6-7 minutes out of an EDF.
And that would be the only advantage. I mean, that plane is a solid airplane. I wouldn't even bat an eye look at it if that was one of our products.
It's solid except for that front nose gear. I hope they do something with that.
You guys got to land it a little lighter.
I landed mine absolutely perfect on grass, and it was rolling out, and all of a sudden the nose wheel just collapsed. I was like, what?
They need retracts that are metal then on the nose.
It's the plastic mount that's the problem. Retract's fine. It's the mount.
Yeah.
I got pavement.
Now,
rub it in, keep it in. I got mountains too in the background with snow caps on them, boys. Oh.
Yeah. Right.
Hey,
guys, look,
our jets go faster than your jets.
I got to wrangle you guys in, man. Look, we got to talk about. I spoke to Carrie Lau, owner of Banana Hobby, and it was funny because I told her, I was like, hey, yeah, I'd like to talk to you sometime. And she was like, okay, cool, I'm available now in a certain time or whatever. And I was like, okay, cool, I'll call you. So I end up calling her, and we end up FaceTiming and stuff like that. And let me tell you, if you guys like ever had a business like Banana Hobby, you would never experience or talk to an owner of a company like this on this level at all. Like, you won't find a lot of hobby companies that are willing to come onto a channel or talk to you and give you some insight on kind of what the workings are of the hobbies. And that is exactly what she did. And let me tell you, she is like probably an extremely very nice, well-spoken person. She has barely any accent whatsoever. She claims that she has a accent, but Jeremy, you can agree with me on there. It's very little. Her English is better than most people in the South over here where I live at, like right down the road. So it was very nice to talk to her. Yeah, it's better than Will's right there, apparently. So
wow,
that's what Tim said. Tim just pointed at you.
Yeah, I see Tim pointing at me.
Man, let me tell you, we had such a good conversation. I was talking to her, and she gave me a tour of the actual warehouse, and it's neat to see the inner workings of the warehouse. It looks like any other warehouse. We have boxes everywhere, but here's one thing that I noticed that Banana Hobby had, and I was like, whoa. And it was parts. They had plenty parts for pretty much any airplane that I could see in there. I mean, she had bins and parts for days in there too. And you want to talk about a good supply of airplanes. I mean, she had some jet rollers in there, and I'm like, ooh, I want that. I want that. I want that. I'll take that. I'll take that. And I won't pay for any of it. This is kind of that kind of situation. It was great, man. But, so she showed me kind of how things work there. And then, we kind of talked about, how she got into the hobby and everything like that. This lady speaks 4 languages. So it's pretty impressive to see how, she can, speak 4 languages. And I would assume in a male dominated environment, right? I don't know of too many female owners of any hobby businesses. And she's thriving at it. And I think one thing that makes her even better than most is because she speaks the language, that most of these manufacturers are speaking. So that means that she knows exactly what's going on. They don't try to mess around with her. They don't try to muscle. She can tell when they're, call in, BS, that kind of thing. So it gives her so much leverage to, to give us a better product, to make sure we're getting the best price and the best customer service. But I'll tell you this, guys, one thing that I found out 110% sure, and Jeremy will tell you, she is absolutely serious. I mean, very serious when it comes down to customer service. And people don't realize that. Like these little mean emails and messages people are sending, like you see on Facebook, those individually bother her. They individually like hurt her feelings. And she's tough, don't get me wrong, but it's like she takes it personal because she tries extremely hard to run a really nice business. And like, honestly, she wants to stay small. And I'm like, you're not going to stay small. There's no way you can stay small. You're not even small in the spectrum of the hobby, really. But she takes that stuff very, very to heart, and to make sure that everybody's taken care of. I mean, if she has to, she'll cannibalize an airplane to send to somebody just so they have a part while another part's coming in. Like these are things that you don't normally get to hear. And Jeremy, you get to see it all the time because you're in the mix. You get to hear about it, and you're part of facilitating it.
You talk about the parts,
Yeah.
We try to have everything you can imagine. That's why we test these airplanes. And then after we're testing, I'm still running endurance stuff on them to try and find out the stuff that is going to eventually go out, so that we know, hey, look, this is something to look at, or this is, hey, after a season of flying, hey, make sure you check all your connections, just things like that. But if we don't have something, we can get it, and we'll get it to you airshipped. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of stuff that we try to do, and we can't make everybody happy, but we're trying. And that's all that I think that matters. We're trying.
Yeah.
But we can't make everybody happy. There are some things that just are not going to be covered. And that's just what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm going to get on my tangent. Sorry, I'm going to get on a tangent because obviously I will say I have not bought anything from Banana Hobby. And I'm going to make that happen here soon. But the one thing that I've noticed with these companies is the big companies like Horizon, and I'm going to name them, you got to buy a special membership to get a phone number so you can call them.
Yeah.
Small guys like Jeremy and Banana Hobby, Boomerang. I'm going to throw Boomerang.
Yeah, they'll do it.
These guys answer their phone. They get you what you need. If they don't have it, they get it in a timely manner, because like Jeremy said, they can't have every single part on hand 100% of the time.
Right.
But if they can get it in a quick manner and air freight it or whatever they need to do to get it to you. And that's why I think these little companies are starting to make a big impact on some of these bigger companies, because they've lost that. They don't have that customer service. They don't have that relationship with the customer where I can pick up the phone. And I'm sure if Carrie was there and she was the only one to answer the phone, she'd answer the phone if I was calling.
Probably.
That's the thing that's the biggest thing that make a difference. And that's the reason why I'm not giving my money for the most part to these bigger companies. I'm spending it with Banana, Boomerang, Legend Hobby, Gator RC, some of these smaller guys that take care of you and answer the phone when you call.
Yeah.
And like I said, I say it over and over and over, we try, you know what I mean? But we can't make everybody happy.
Nobody's perfect.
We hope that everybody's being honest, but there's just some things that just don't make sense sometimes, and we do what we can. Worse than, the thing that we do at a minimum, right? Even if you're out of coverage or whatnot, we at least still send the information up to the manufacturer and let it be in the hands of them. If they decide that they're going to take it, it is. But if it isn't, sorry, there's nothing we can do. But we can't fix every single issue by just giving things out. It just doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
But if we can, and we can do what we can, we obviously try to. You know what I mean? Or figure out how to help you out. But again, sorry, we can't make everybody happy. And here's for that, but it is what it is.
And I'll even tell you guys something too that right off the bat that gained my respect for Carrie is like when I was going down this is a true story. When I was going down this YouTube road and I was like, man, I think I want to try to make YouTube videos and try to, see what I can do. Right. And if you guys haven't already tried to make, YouTube videos or try to, get a sponsorship or something like that, it's not easy. Why is it not easy? Because everybody and their mom is sending emails to these companies and stuff like that. And honestly, you're just one in everybody else, right? So there's nothing special at all. But for whatever reason, I was coming out with videos, and I won't forget, I think I had like maybe 9,000 subscribers. I had 9,000 subscribers. And I don't know how, but I want to say I emailed Banana Hobby before, and then I emailed him again, and I was like, hey, I like your channel. I like your products. I wouldn't mind, doing some of your products or whatever. And I think it was Jeff's Customs who got me in contact with Banana Hobby. It was Jeff's Customs. And I'm super thankful for that guy because he's a good dude. And so that's kind of what got me in the mix with Banana Hobby. And so I went from 9,000 to, I guess, I don't even know how many I got now. I think it's like 86,000 or something like that subscribers. And, they stood by me. They've helped me out. They've sent me airplanes to review. I mean, what you think you do this thing and you're getting a bunch of free airplanes. You're not getting a bunch of free airplanes. If you are, it's because, people want you to say, all the products are good. They have never once told me to tell, that the airplane is good, or change what I'm saying. They have told me that if the airplane's not right, let us know. We'll fix it. That is what I've heard from Banana Hobby. They want to fix the issue. So, but I will always, have a level of respect for Carrie for doing that, because like I said, when I was a small little fish trying to figure my way in this world of YouTube, not knowing what I was doing, she actually took a gamble on me. And so, and it's still to this day. And I liked it because she was normal. I could actually talk to her. I could talk to everybody there. And so, not trying to be on a high horse and certainly not trying to show favoritism, but I will say I have a couple of favorite companies, and Banana Hobby is by far one of the better ones that I like, and at the top of my list personally. All the products I've ever had of theirs, I've had good success with it. I've even had airplanes where a servo is bad when it comes to me. Guess what? They fix it right away. These things happen in the hobby. Like, it's amazing that we have all these electronics in these airplanes and they work in harmony every single time. People don't realize how much is involved with these things. So, it hadn't happened a lot, but when it does, most of the time I'll just fix it and I'll carry on, and then let them know. So it's a very nice, relationship to have. But I will say, I meeting Carrie, talking to her, man, I have a newfound respect. In your head, you think like this is big brother, big business. They only care about the dollar. They're only, about us. To be honest with you, man, the dollar makes the business stay alive, but she actually truly cares. I saw how it actually bothers her, and she takes it personal, man, when people make a personal attack on her company, as she should. Like, it would be a personal attack against me or Jeremy or Tim or Will or something like that. You want to put on the camo paint and grab your helmet and grab your rifle, but you can't do that.
Right.
Because you're just going to turn people off. And look, you'll never win an argument on YouTube. Never. It's on the internet, you'll never win. It's not even a point. You can only tell the facts and say, boom.
Well, I take it like this. People that take the time to go out and attack like these companies like Banana Hobby and stuff like that, because they had, they just didn't get their way, or they're going through the holler tantrum bit or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, these people just, they wake up in the morning wondering, like, how can I screw over this company today? Like, and I tell a lot of people that, because even in the business that I'm in, like, there's people that are coming to my shop every day. Someone woke up wondering, how can I screw over this shop and get something for nothing?
Oh, for sure.
Pay them and make them pay me back because I want to complain about something that's nothing to complain about.
Right.
So you got people out there that's like that just does those kind of things. And really, I mean, like you said, you're not going to win a battle on YouTube. People are going to say what they're going to say. But,
right.
If they aren't careful and they say the wrong thing, I mean, hey, they can end up losing a battle in court.
Right. It's true. It's very, very true. And that's a real statement right there, Will.
Some people
110%.
Losing a
Some
battle
people
in
are
court
just
real
keyboard
quick.
warriors. I mean, honestly, some people are just keyboard warriors.
Yeah.
They just get on there. That is their main goal in life, is just to talk bad about companies. And I'm sure there's people in this hobby that are like that. Unfortunately.
Right.
So you guys would be amazed at some of the emails you get.
Oh,
I saw
wouldn't.
one.
I own my
I
own
saw
business.
one of the
I know how
emails.
it goes.
You want to kind of briefly describe that one?
Oh
Bobby?
yeah, let me tell you, it was the funniest thing. And I mean, like, I don't live in this mindset. But some dude basically sent an email and asked them, he was like, why don't you guys like support black like reviewers? And I was like, I saw the email. He didn't send it to me. He sent it to like Banana Hobby. And I was like, man, that's messed up. I was like, has he not seen my channel or anything? I was like appalled. I was like, all these airplanes I've done, and he has not seen any of these reviews. I was like, this is absolutely terrible. Yeah.
I thought you were
got
white.
a good
I thought you
boy,
were white this whole time.
Man, nice
Yeah,
cleavage,
yeah,
man.
right. Yeah,
What the heck?
yeah. Look. So I told Jeremy, I was like, man, I was like, Jeremy, send him my channel so he could at least see, you guys are very supportive. It's funny because, in this world that we live in, it has nothing to do with race. It has everything to do with if you're a good channel, if you're good, if you fit what they like, if they feel comfortable with you. It has absolutely nothing to do with it. And besides, I don't even know if even people even know, like, but she's Asian. Like, you know what I mean? So it's just not saying that you couldn't be like, prejudiced or anything like that, but it just doesn't exist. So when somebody sent that, I even saw it, and even I was like, "Come on, dude!"
I thought you were from
We had our good buddy Ralph.
Yeah, Cuban.
Let's see who else. Pilot Pete.
Yeah, exactly. But I just thought that was very, very funny, man. I was like, "Come on, dude, let's not do this." When people do that, I feel like they're grasping for straws, And
no, it was IQ are just not high enough. They have to play that card.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I felt like it was. It was a card play, and I'm like, dude, come on, stop the nonsense.
But it's that, like I said, you guys don't. This is where you guys get to see the other side of things. The emails that go out. I mean, there's a lot of people that are very professional, and I want to say we appreciate that. Okay, thank you guys. We appreciate you guys as customers being professional and courteous. Like I said, we try to achieve and excel on there. But man, there's a few of you out there that are just, you need to check what you say sometimes.
It was interesting. And look, I'm gonna jump on the other side. There's people that I've heard that have bought airplanes from companies, and the company did them wrong, and so they have a right to be upset and be like, hey dude, do me right over here. I was actually one of those guys, and I actually had to make a big noise to actually get a refund on an airplane that was faulty. And that wasn't Banana Hobby. That wasn't them at all. That was another company. But I kind of had to get crappy for them to say, hey man, I was like, I'm not even asking for money back. I just want you to do the right thing. That's all I asked for. So and they did eventually after I twisted their arm and their leg, but you shouldn't have to do that. So those instances do happen. But I will say, for the better part, if not the majority, Banana Hobby is pretty legit. Now, I know I was going off on a tangent, but Eddie K said it right. Worst thing a consumer can do is take it to the internet before they contact the company first. I feel like we live in a world where that's what people do, man. They just run on the internet, and they start smoking the company before even letting them know. And look, I was guilty of it too. I even did it too way back in the day because I didn't know any better, and I was trying to get help. But I've learned since doing this that it's easier just to contact them and talk to them and then work it through that way. Then if they burn you, then by all means, throw gasoline on the fire and stand over there on a corner with diesel fuel, but until then, it is what it is. But let's see. Omaha says, I asked Horizon if they would come out with some black pilots. I was told to paint the stock pilot if I'd like.
He's probably saying pink.
He forgot to type the T.
He's
What?
talking to pilots in the airplane.
Oh my
Hey,
God.
you forgot to say people got to type
Oh
the T.
yeah, yeah.
I was
Hey,
told
that's
to
funny. That's
stop
funny.
pilot.
Yeah.
Okay,
Look,
real quick, I'll say this real quick. I've had 2 situations where Motion RC, and I didn't get on there and flame them on the internet. I did speak of when I unboxed my Viper, had a crack in the a weak spot in the fuselage.
right.
So got on the phone with them. They handled it. I did say something about it when I was unboxing. There was a weak spot, and I said I was going to talk with them about it and see if I could get it right. And they did. And I even came online and said, they took care of me. They gave me a good amount of credit in the store credit that covered basically the cost of the fuselage. And I used that towards getting some of the stuff I needed for the airplane. But at the same time, there was another incident where my Twin 64 F-14, I had a one-wing sweep. Well, I landed the plane and I was like, oh crap, it's only sweeping one wing. And I was like, oh, come on, Motion RC. Like, come on, free wing. And then I was like, I got it home, I checked it out. Come to find out, it was from one of my landings that was too hard. It actually bent the metal plate, and the metal plate was in the wing of the rail of the wing sweep. I quickly apologized online
Yep.
saying
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And that's the thing where we need to recognize when we're wrong, just apologize, man. Because
Yeah.
I mean, you don't need to flame these people and try to make them look like their products are bad when it's
Right.
actually also us. Now if it came out the box, Tora, they're gonna
Yeah.
make it. But if
Most
you flew
people,
it and something happened, 9 times out of 10, it's your fault.
yeah, and most people, the hardest thing too is that people's natural reaction is not to say I did something. You know what I mean? It's their natural reaction to be like, well, what was wrong with it? It's their natural reaction. It's very hard for somebody to say, well, that was me.
That's in everything. Everybody wants to blame everything. I mean, I see it in my business. People have us do something a certain way, and we tell them this isn't going to work out, but they want us to do it, and then we do it, and then they want to point the finger at us, and we're like, how can you do that?
Yeah, you're like, we didn't do it at all. Like, we're just trying to make it right, But hey, check this out. Victor RC Jet sums this whole thing up about the banana hobby thing. Banana hobbies took a lot of flack for years, and they did, and their reputation. He says after it was having issues with customer service, Carrie did an amazing job of turning that around. And look, that was one thing we talked about too, very briefly, about like how passionate she is, about turning around and making customer service like, the main focal point of this business. And also too, she didn't go into it very much, but I was wondering, I was telling her, I was like, man, I was watching Banana Hobby way back in the day before I was even flying airplanes. And I used to see Pete, and I would be like, why is this dude in the middle of California wearing a beanie on his head at 100-degree weather? But I was like, he can fly the heck out of there. And that's where I kind of learned about California vibes, man. I was like, this dude is crazy. It was awesome. But, we talked about Pete and that kind of thing too. So, but the Pete of today of 2025 is Jeremy, guys. Like, you've got Jeremy Stolt, and he's doing a very good job, and he's making it happen. So sure he's not wearing a beanie, and sure he doesn't have gauges in his ears, but he's a good dude, and he's doing an excellent job.
Not
and
yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's doing more than customer service. I mean, she's making sure that we got Jeremy here, making sure that the planes are actually good when we get them. So we don't have to use customer service.
And to be honest with you, you can have all the best products in the world, but if your customer service sucks, I mean,
bad customer service will kill your business.
Product
and you got to have customer service. You can't have one or the other. You got to have both.
I like being proactive. I like being proactive. And that's the thing I like about the fact that, like, Jeremy talks about how he's constantly testing these things, he's putting them through the ringer. They're being proactive so that we don't, even though she has good customer service, we won't have to use it. If he's having the model thoroughly tested and ran through like how Jeremy's doing them, and his team is running through them, then we don't have to worry about using the customer service. We could just take the plane out the box, assemble it however we need to be done, go out and enjoy it and fly it. You know?
Hey, that's funny. Mountain RC says people get upset because they can't flat spin a B1 and then talk crap about it on YouTube. Like, hey, let's talk about it, guys. A B1's not supposed to be hovering and doing flat spins. It's not. It's just the way it is. Leave it alone.
It will do it, but it's right before it crashes.
It's right before it crashes. You know,
man.
don't maximize the airplane and make it do things it's not supposed to do.
Yeah,
Then
Jeremy
be
wants to
upset.
say
Start
something. He's
crying
probably
afterwards.
flat spinned one before. Have you flat spinned
Yeah.
one before, Jeremy?
Yeah. These internet pencil necks.
There are a lot of things I have done with the B1.
You flat spinned it, didn't you?
But there are
He
things.
did. He
There
did. I
are
was talking
things
about
we
him.
want to show you because we want you guys to see the airplane as this is what you're going to get. This is what we hope you fly like.
Right.
but
Right. Right.
you can always not take our advice and go this way or go this way with it.
Right.
Just know that you put it at risk of crashing it.
But
Yeah.
But here's the thing: if you're going to go on any one of those things, hopefully you record it.
Yeah. Exactly. Record it. Let us see. You know.
But the big thing is everybody flies different than everybody.
Yeah. For sure.
You got people that can butter every single landing, but you got people that bring things in like they're a tank.
Yeah.
You know, you have no idea from the first flight how everything's been. Every airplane's different because every single person's different and every single flight's different and every single barometric pressure is different and crosswind and battery life. And I mean, there's so many factors on how people fly.
Right.
We try to project this is how you should fly it. This is the normal flying characteristic. This is the window, right?
Right.
You will be able to have success and enjoy this airplane if you do this. You know what I mean? But again, there's a lot of great pilots out there, you know, that can do all kinds of amazing things. Do we want to show that? No, we don't want to show that. We don't want to show the maximums of everything. Does no good because not everybody's going to be able to fly maximum. Yeah. You have a beginner person that is getting into a B1 to where it's right at his level, but he's kind of at that. He goes and puts everything on max and goes and tries to do those same things. That's the quickest money spent.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not good for anyone. That's not good for a business. That's not good for anyone. And then you know what they're going to say? I set it up by the book and I obliterated it.
And Jeremy did it. I saw Jeremy do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I set it up just like you did.
Now,
well, you got to set it up.
I was going to
four times the gyro gains, and you know.
Yeah.
Well, look, I'm not talking trash on anybody. What I'm saying is that there's some great pilots out there.
There's many people that do that. Yeah, there's many people that do that.
But not everybody does that.
Right. Now let me wrap this thing up. But look,
real quick.
Oh, I thought it was broken.
This is some of the stuff I'm doing with B1s just to have fun. So I've got, I'm trying to do some elevons on the airplane.
He's trying to crash.
I crashed one. By the way. You guys know I crashed one. I put a dead battery in an airplane. I gave it to one of my buddies and said, "Hey, go have fun with it because it's awesome." And he got about a minute.
Wow.
And then he crashed. So I got a tail section to play with. So I've been.
Well, look, guys, I'm gonna wrap this thing up with the conversation I had with Carrie. But look, you know, I will say just a very good person to deal with. Very nice, absolutely nice lady. Just a very, very nice person to deal with, and I was very happy to meet her and to speak with her. And, you know, just have a good relationship. So I look forward to that. And like I said, really appreciative of all the, you know, the support that she's given us over here. And we hope it continues on. So now, without further ado, guys, we'll talk about one more thing and then we're going to pop smoke out of here. Have you guys seen the maiden flight of the world's biggest RC Boeing 777-9X with Tyler Perry? Have you guys seen it?
It's awesome.
Yeah,
we're going to talk. If you have not seen a massive airplane, I have to show you guys this because it is absolutely crazy. Everybody knows Tyler Perry is massive in the RC hobby. He's an enthusiast of the worst kind, and not only is he an enthusiast, he actually has a disposable income to make some of the craziest things with Ramy. So check out this video, and it's absolutely amazing. This was a massive airplane. Check it out.
I loved it when they were pushing it out of the barn or whatever, out of the building. It's massive.
I mean,
I was
look
so
at that.
excited about this. This brought chills to me, like the first time I flew an EDF jet. I was so excited for him on this. This is kudos to them, guys. I mean,
look how beautiful that is. But look how massive that airplane is.
He was riding it the one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a picture of him sitting on it. Yeah.
And isn't it like a 300 millimeter EDF on that thing? 2 of them.
Purple.
Look how huge that is.
Massive.
Those are probably Vassy fans. I'm pretty sure they're Vassy fans.
When they're pushing it out of the building and it's next to the vehicles, it really, you go, oh my God.
Yeah, they're like
look at it.
2.5 feet.
Look how big that is. Like, is that not crazy?
I'm gonna push it out here in just a second. You should see it when it's up against coming out, and they're like, "Watch out for the truck! Watch out for the truck!"
It's up to his dang.
There it is. Look, check it out right there. Look at that.
I mean, dude, look it up against that truck in the car.
I know.
The wing
It's
tips have to be taken off to go in and out of the building.
Look how big that is.
They start pushing it here in a minute, and he goes, "Watch out for the truck! Watch out for the truck!"
Look at the lipos. Look at the lipos this thing's running off of.
MAH.
Yeah, look at that. Is that not crazy? What in the world?
After the maiden, he lands it, and then he goes. Randy goes, "Yeah, you got enough batteries. Go up again and just do a go around and then touch down." I'm like, I don't think I would have done it. Look at this.
I wonder what the nose weight in it is.
Watch the truck.
You hear him say, "Watch the truck"? Yeah, I heard him. Look at this, guys.
You could probably tow the truck.
Look how big this thing is. You got Tyler Perry right there, and you got Ramy right here. He actually makes these for him.
Absolute kudos to these guys, man.
Look at this beautiful first flight. It even sounds real.
It comes off the ground a lot sooner than I thought it was too. It doesn't look like it's going fast enough.
Got the wingtips. All good.
Yeah, he forgot the wingtips down.
Jeez, look at that. It's just amazing, man.
Wait till he flies it over his house. It's just like, oh my gosh. Looks like a castle.
I mean, how nervous could you be with that, right?
He's not nervous. He's got the money to fix it again if he breaks it.
I guess.
We're the ones that worried about the money.
Right? Check out the video. Here we go.
Oh, no.
Is that not awesome?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Look at that. Look at that. That is so scale. Look at this. This is nice.
Look at this property. It's crazy.
I know.
The house way over there to the right.
Yep.
My daughter was watching this when I was watching it, and she was like, "That's a castle."
That is a complete castle, man. Look at that.
Look,
And his house, I guess the airport's over there.
Over his house, and he can still see the dang thing clearly.
Yeah. I mean, it's massive.
There's a picture. He's got a bridge on his driveway too. I know we're getting off subject here, but there's a bridge to his property. It goes over a river.
I mean, look at this. Yeah, there's a bridge right there. Look at that.
Bridge.
It's a truss.
Nice.
That's awesome.
That's crazy.
And look
That's
at the
his
ailerons
driveway.
and the
That is
tabs
no
and
public
everything. Look
road.
at them all working. Look at the flaps. I mean, this is absolutely like a marvel. I want to know how much it costs, though, to make this thing.
Oh, why is one of his wingtips folded up and the other one's not?
Remember in the beginning, he says he forgot to put them up?
Yeah, he forgot to put him down before takeoff. I mean, I'm sure he was excited just like anyone else.
And look at the brakes right there. He had the brakes on as soon as he touched down, like full scale. Check it out, man. Look how big that is with him standing there.
All right, go to the end one, the last flight. You got to show that one.
All right, you guys got to see this one right here because this one is pretty cool. All right, oh, they're dapping it up. All right, here we go. Last flight. And he did 4 flights, and you can see the progression, how he gets much more comfortable with it. And this is where he's at the most comfortable with this one as well. How cool would it be to have him on the live show, right?
Oh, that would be cool.
And I love the views, man. It's a 360 camera.
I love the sound of it when it takes off. It sounds like a real one.
Yeah, and it's quiet. It's just moving so much air. I mean, look at that. That's just amazing.
Here's the bridge. Wow. It's a big bridge.
Yep. Watch him do the low flyby, man. Just
This guy is living all of our dreams.
Absolutely. Look at this.
Literally all of our dreams. That's crazy.
I mean,
Amazing is what it is. There's no
it's
words.
just it's if you ever needed anything to make you feel like, you know,
Rollouts too when it's reading the speed as he's coming in.
yeah, I heard it. It was like pushing like 100 miles an hour or something. Hear it right there.
That dimple on the bottom of the airplane is a full-size GoPro. Just kidding.
It was doing like 77 miles an hour right there, and it didn't even look like it because it's so big.
1980s video camera.
Yeah. One thing you notice too is like you see the wings flexing or anything. I mean, it's a very gentle, rigid airframe. You can see
Composite is amazing.
it really is just strong.
Carbon fiber, just amazing.
Watch this landing. Absolutely scores it.
63, 60, 57,
Look at that.
55,
Nice flare.
51, 45,
Just awesome. Just awesome, man.
32.
It just kind of puts it in perspective. And look, show you how big this thing is. Look, this is how big that plane is. That's a normal sized dude right there walking behind that thing. Is that not like amazing?
The wingspan's bigger than the
Yeah, you
drive.
see the truck? It's longer than his cars.
Bigger than the truck. Yeah.
It's just impressive.
Where are you going to park it? Well, I got to get a terminal.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, I mean, you gotta really. My thing is this though: when is too big, too big?
Well, I heard he was building another building too.
Yeah, he probably needs to. There's a guy at our field that actually built a young Meister for him and delivered it to him. That was probably about 5 years ago. But I remember him telling me, and I was like, I didn't know he actually flew airplanes. I thought that's pretty cool. But just seeing,
we all thought that C-17 was like the top of the top.
Yeah,
I mean, amazing work, Rami. Good job.
yeah, it's just it's amazing. He almost touched the ground, man. That thing's so cool. And the cool thing
what
is,
its actual weight is.
well, that's a crosswind.
Oh yeah,
Cabin, and then he kicked the rudder around last minute, just like a real pilot does, dude. Awesome, man. That's pretty inspiring, man. That just makes you want to do bigger and better things, man. So let me jump into the comments. Bigger is better, and we thought the C-17 was big. Let's see. Louis says, reach out to him, Bobby. I bet he would be happy to. I've got some, believe it or not, I've got connections that could actually, probably reach out to him. So we'll see. But I will say we've got other people who are in the industry that are as big or if not equal to him that we may tap on their shoulder. So
Arnold
you never know.
Schwarzenegger?
You never know.
Come on.
I wish. He's like, get in the chopper. Do it now.
This is my airplane.
It's not a tumor. Okay. And he says, is that the speed? Yeah, that was the speed on the call outs that you were hearing, Lily. So, but guys, let's see. Ronnie says, when is the J20 coming out?
Same question I've been asking.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to try and finish up some testing on there. We got some things arriving that we want to put into this airplane, I think tomorrow. So we'll get some evaluations on it, and we'll see where it goes. Again, we want to make sure it's good. And sorry guys, but it takes that long to do things.
The wait will be worth it.
It will absolutely be
we're
worth it.
hoping you guys will have great experiences with it, and it takes a little bit of time. Sorry, but we want to show you guys progression, but it's awesome. We've flown it already, but we just want some things better, and so we're trying to make it. That's where we're at.
Guys, I wanted to give you guys a sneak peek of something that's coming to market. Obviously, you know what it is because you can see it right there. But I was going to give you guys a sneak peek. This thing's dropping tomorrow, actually. So you get to actually see this. So look, check this out right here. This is from Hobby King. They just came out with the Turnigy 2200 3-cell lipos. What's so different about this? This thing is 3 inches long and about 1 inch thick. These were made specifically with RC airplane enthusiasts in mind for some of the platforms. I use these as receiver batteries in some of my Turbine airplanes. So really good to have these. These are, like I said, they're dropping these. I believe they're going to drop them tomorrow. And the prices are stupid low. And these Turnigys have been consistently very good lipos. These are 30Cs, by the way. So these are 3S, 30Cs, 2200 milliamps. And Will can testify, man. These Turnigy heavy duty packs have been phenomenal. They have actually been really good.
So, the Turnigy heavy duties are.
That's a sneak peek right there.
Don't connect to power safe receivers.
Yep.
3S.
Yep, exactly. So you see what I'm saying? Like, these guys right here are really good, but these are going to be dropped tomorrow. So you'll see those come into market. And they sent me these two, which was very nice because I wanted to try them, and I need them for a platform. So the 2200s are absolutely perfect. And so there's your sneak peek of those right there. Those are going to be dropped out. I already had a video on it too that I leaked. So didn't mean to leak it, but I did. But anyway, guys, look, we've been rolling for an hour and a half. This is craziness. At some point, we got to shut it down, and we're at that point now. So, guys, certainly appreciate y'all coming and hanging out with us. Dude, we had some really good this was a good show, man. It just gets better and better and better, So really appreciate it. Next week, we're going to have a special guest.
Yes,
and this special guest is going to be very special because I'm not going to tell you who he is, but I'm going to tell you
it's Jeremy again.
It's Jeremy again. Now this one he's actually with Horizon Hobby, and he has a knowledge base that every single one of us can benefit from. So stay tuned. You're going to like exactly what we got coming on. I told you 2025 was going to be good for the channel, and I was all about trying to switch it up and make it fun. So we got these 4 guys right here that are along for the ride. We got Jeremy Stolt over there playing in the chair. And, we're just having a good time, man. And that's what it's about. I hope you guys enjoy it. And, RC Pilot Will, certainly appreciate you as always, man. You're always coming out with good videos. He's dropping videos. I was supposed to drop a video tonight, but I've been slacking, so I'm going to do it tomorrow. It's going to be a speed trial. That's going to be the speed trial of the I can't figure out. Should I do the speed trial of the F4 Panther or should it be the F22? What do you guys think? Tim, what you think? Panther or 22?
F22.
Jeremy, what you think? Panther or 22?
I think the Panther will be faster.
Ooh.
I was thinking the Panther myself.
All right. Will says the Panther.
All right.
So,
guess it's going to be the Panther. I got ruled
I guess
out.
I'm going to have to drop the Panther tomorrow then, boys and girls.
You got to do both. You got to do the
side-by-side comparison. Will flying one, you
same
flying.
time, same place.
Look, we have to have somebody to record. That's our
3
problem.
inches
Me and Will are like,
be up
me
there
and
tomorrow.
Will,
3 inches from each other.
we always want to fly.
Will's like I don't want to hold the camera the whole time.
I know, man. Look, it's hard. Finding good help is a hard thing.
He's always saying he films all the time one-handed and films at the same time.
I do that. I do that.
Make it interesting.
I will. But look, guys, certainly appreciate you.
Want to fly together multiple times, man.
Yeah.
But it's like we need a third person for the camera. So there's been multiple times we wanted to put 2 of the same planes or 2 planes that are, competitive with one another. And
Well,
We
if you
just-
guys would buy me dinner and give me a place to stay, I'll come up there. You know, it's a
Man,
four-
you don't need a place to stay. You got your own RV.
Oh, right. Sorry.
You've got your own place to stay. But look, guys, certainly appreciate y'all checking us out, hanging out with us. Big shout out to Banana Hobby, Carrie with bananahobby.com. Also, don't forget to check out RaleighHobbyShop.com down there. They're scrolling at the bottom. Good folks over there. They take care of us on this backside over here in North Carolina. And without further ado, Will, you got anything?
Nah, buddy, I'm good. Let's punch on out.
Jeremy, you got anything?
Yeah, there was a comment on there. Patrick Jones, he's going in for some cancer surgery tomorrow.
Oh, I didn't
So,
see that. Where is this at?
A little ways
That's
up in there.
Omaha Air Defense.
Yeah.
Oh,
so just a little bit of thoughts and prayers for you, Mud. Hopefully everything goes well.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I will make sure that happens tonight. And by the way, Patrick Jones is a pretty good dude, and he's been a solid supporter of Banana Hobby for sure. So really hope everything goes well. I'm sure it will. And Jeremy, thank you for picking that up, man. I must have lost that. I didn't see it. So
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
back.
we're all one big community, you know, and
that's it.
Yeah.
and, you know, when we're all going through things like that, it's good to have support. So
You're absolutely right. So big shout out to Omaha Air Defense. And
Omaha Air Drone Service. I mean,
there we go. Without further ado, boys and girls, we're out of here. Y'all have a good night. It's been fun. It's been real. And we're man.